morning. Would proceed with the truck ID 26 NH 0029. Surigao-Davao Coastal Road, 1277 plus 100 to 1278 plus 568. ABC 43,948,134 pesos and 16 centavos. Okay, wait now proceed percentage.
Good afternoon. I'm Rodrigo Solana from Planning and Design Section. Contract ID 26 NH 0029 Surigao-Davao Coastal Road, kilometer 1277 plus 200 to kilometer 1278 plus 560. With an appropriation of 49,065,424 pesos. ABC of 43,348,134.16 pesos. Location, Cortes, Surigao del Sur. Scope of work, for CW1, facilities for engineers, 0.22%. General requirements, 2.8%. Earthworks, 7.05%. Sub-base and base course, 9.9%. Surface course, 55.06%. Miscellaneous structures, 4.69%. For CW2, drainage and slope protection structures, 20.28%, total of 100%. Project length, 2.72 lane kilometer. Project scope, road widening with concrete shoulder. Contract duration, 209 calendar days. And date of bidding, December 24, 2025. CW1, construction of road widening. For Part A, facilities for engineers. Part B, general requirements. Item number and description, unit, quantity as shown. Breakdown for field office. Construction of field office for the engineer. Field office bunkhouse type. Project billboard, 3 unit for DPWH and 3 unit for COA. Design for project billboard. Breakdown for B.72 and B.81 as shown. For Part C, earthworks as shown. For Part D, sub-base and base course, and Part A, surface course, item, description, unit, and quantity as shown. For Part G, miscellaneous structures. Item, description, unit, and quantity as shown. For CW2, construction of road slope protection structures. Part F, drainage and slope protection structures. Item, description, unit, and quantity as shown. For minimum equipment requirements, equipment description, capacity, numbers of equipment as shown. With a total of 15 number of equipments. For the quarry, sand and gravel at Caracan River Quarry, 32.35 kilometers from project site. For item 200 and boulders at Danube River Quarry, with a distance of 24.2 kilometers from project site. Typical cross-section. or drainage typical cross-section. Typical cross-section with slope protection. Beginning of project at 1277 plus 200 and at 1278 plus 560. $560, 1278, 560 ang 1277, 200 ang beginning.
Sa ato procurement,
Dagan may
Yeah.
industry.
Sa ato Procurement, change typical section with level berm section. Change replace item 510.1 with handled rock embankment. Note in plan that existing solar lights are to be moved only. Pedestal of solar lights are included on the program of works. Then delete cargo truck, bulldozer, and payloader on the equipment requirement. Separate CW1 and CW2 into subtotal amount in the ABC form to distinguish amount between components.
Sabi ko din mo.
so I think this
Things of BBC pero component.
component,
Saan nito ang yun?
Kuan item delete and change of quantity in video is what ang yan. For item 1022 from 9,339 to so and item 10318, item 10418, item 201, item 311, 1C1, item 6033E1, item 6034E, item 6056E2, item 6061B2.
Ito siya kuan sa
Ug item 510
Mawara na. 508. Ang 510-1 mawara. Kulay ng 508 na. Handled na.
ang yun niya.
Oh,
so anymore. May ulitin lang po. We'll go to the next project. 26N8030. Construction completion of multi-purpose building. Barangay Bayabas, Lianga. Surigao del Sur.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Evan Isai. Our next project is construction completion of multi-purpose building, Barangay Payasan, Lianga, Surigao del Sur, with contract ID number 26NH0030, bidding date at December 24, 2025. Appropriation 4,999,342 and ABC of 4,949,348.58. Location at Barangay Payasan, Lianga, Surigao del Sur. Physical target 1 unit. Then project scope, construction completion of multi-purpose building covered court. Project duration of 123 calendar day. For scope of work, general requirements 3.11%, earthworks 2.02%, plain and reinforced concrete work 14.13%, finishing and other civil works 71%, electrical works 2.42%, plumbing works 4.11%, Mechanical works 3.21%, with a total of 100%. For item number, description, unit, and quantity. For Part A, general requirements, Part B, earthworks, and Part C, plain and reinforced concrete works are as shown. Then Part D, finishing and other civil works. Item number, description, unit, and quantity are as shown. Continuation of Part D, item number, description, unit, and quantity for finishing and other civil works are as shown. Then Part E, electrical works. Part F, plumbing works. Part G, mechanical works. Item number, description, unit, and quantity are as shown. For the minimum equipment requirement, dump truck 12 cubic yards, 1. B.51 project billboard, 1 unit of 4x8 DPWH tarpaulin and 1 unit of 8x8 FOA tarpaulin. Or B.71, provision of the following: 1 health personnel and 1 safety practitioner, and name and specification, unit, and quantity are shown. Plans, architectural plan, and the respective development plan, vicinity map, location map in the table of contents. Floor plan and front elevation. Doors and windows schedule and rear elevation. Cross section through AA. Right side and left side elevation. And front gate layout. Gate and footing side section detail. Front gate and footing front section detail and perimeter wall details. Longitudinal section through BB. Details of railings along bleachers and details of window grills. Reflected ceiling layout plan. Reflected ceiling layout plan and typical detail of ceiling. Ceiling frame 1 and 2. Then isometric detail of ceiling frame on stage and stage ceiling frame plan. Roof plan or structural plan. Structural foundation plan. And column footing details C1F1. Column footing details C2F2 and column footing details C2F3. Bleacher A detail section and bleacher B detail section. And wall footing detail WF1. Stiffener column SC, canopy detail section, Sagra detail section, wall footing detail WF2, fascia frame detail on both sides, and girth detail on bleachers. And roof framing plan. Next, plumbing plan. We have the water line layout plan. Storm drain and solid waste layout plan. Water line isometric layout plan. And storm drain and solid waste isometric layout plan. Now the septic vault detail section at AA and detail section at PB. Electrical plan. Electrical lighting layout. And electrical power layout plan. So thank you.
From Martin Prof, provide dimension details of ceiling materials, then delete rivets on materials used in item 10055. Then provide cross-section details of subgrades.
Corrected. Advertise BOQ. So you advertise here before correction. And you advertise corrected na. Thank you. So any more comments? Clarifications? So hearing none, let's proceed to the next project. 26 and 80031, construction of Tawagan Bridge, 64 alternate bridge. Barangay Tawagan, Lianga, Surigao del Sur. ABC 65 million 710 credit source statement. 742 statistics. And in our posting.
Sige po. Hello, good afternoon. I'm Dichibon Sombrio from Planning and Design section. And this afternoon, I will be presenting contract ID 26NH 0031, or the construction of Jatagon Bridge, STCR Alternate Bridge, Barangay Jatagon, Lianga, Surigao del Sur. So its preparation is 68,163,464 with an ABC of 65,777,742.76, located at Barangay Jatagon, Lianga, Surigao del Sur. Scope of work is we have two CW1 for bridge construction and CW2 for road construction. So total percent for CW1 is 72.92%, and then 27.08% for CW2, a total of 100%. Project length is 75 linear meters, bridge area 75 linear meters, 3 span. Then bridge area is 715.50 square meters. Project scope is new construction of 3-25 meters span PCDG bridge and transition road, sorry. Then calendar days is 274 and date of bidding on December 24, 2025. For CW1, we have items, description, unit, and quantity as shown. So for its breakdown, we have for the construction of field office, we will be using bunkhouse, then project billboard / signboard, 1 unit both for the provided for DPWH and COA. For the occupational safety and health, 1 first aider and 1 safety practitioner. So B.8 based on DEO 13, and then we have Craneway for the year. Then also for traffic management and Craneway. Other scope of works are Part C, which is the bridge construction as shown. Also drainage and slope protection works, miscellaneous structures, and materials details. For CW2, or the road construction, we have earthworks, a base and base course, surface courses, drainage and slope protection works. So for the minimum equipment requirements, we have a total of 17 equipments. For the sources, for item 200 and embankment, it will be at Hubo River Quarry, Lianga, Surigao del Sur, with total distance of 17.92 kilometers from the project site. Also, sand and gravel at Caracan River Quarry, Carmen, Surigao del Sur, with total distance of 135.81 kilometers from the project site. As shown is the general plan and general elevation of the bridge. Also shown is its hydraulic design data, 50-year period. Also shown is its typical cross-section, both at the pier and at support or abutment. So for the plan and profile, the project will start at station 00 and will end at station 034 0 plus 304.787. So this is the perspective of the project. That's all, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So I'm reaching appeal and approaches.
Yes, ma'am. Approach and transition road. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ayan. Pero wala na yung mga foreign. Prepaid siya.
Ma'am?
Pintal.
Ang sa post and sa railings. Yes.
Yeah. After sa railing, ito kuan apa? Guardrail, di ba?
Yeah, guardrail.
Dito.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Sa ato pre-procurement pa na eh.
Sa pre-procurement, we have replaced item 5101 with hand-laid rock embankment. Separate CW1 and CW2 into subtotal amount and the summary of ABC form to distinguish amount between components. Reduce number of project billboard into 2. Note in Lupan plan that materials used in Greenway must be turned over to the implementing office after the completion of the project. Check item number for structural concrete class A. Double check S1 and S1A position shape on bar bending diagram as well as S2 and S2A.
Wala. Tuod nisdutan na ang kuhay. Ang removal ng railway. Okay, return sa is mura.
Yeah, naman sa dupa o sa plan B. I-indicate, ma'am. Yeah, you know, ma'am.
Okay, mas madaya. Pero may reclam permi ako na. Ipa-return pero may removal na. Okay, mas madaya. Thank you. Sa ato BOQ,
Sa BUQ sa minimum requirements para matawan. Truck mounted crane is necessary.
importante.
Yeah.
Tapos sa item works siya isa 405,183 instead na unable yung is 236.71 na niya-reflect is 0.74 which is kapay.
Gawin ka madaya. Yan. Pag-hindi ako na-secure. Pag-post.
So far.
Posting na. Okay, so for bulletin. So, any more?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
ulit kami po ang clarification.
Yes.
I'm Nerdunitas of CNTAN Construction. Nabasa lang na ako dito sa giatas dito sa kuan ba sa website nga plan. Ang length pang good sa copper damming na concession 5 is only 3 meters which is I think it should sufficient na
3, sir, or 30?
3 meters.
Sa
Sa plano, kasi sa plano o sa kapila yung plano. Pakicheck lang.
Double check.
I think sa katong mga competition niya sa length, mga daan ito 3 meters na papunta ka.
Ang height, sir, sa plan. 3 degrees na ako i-assign.
Ang file driving sa atong slope protection is 3 meters.
Ano?
Ang ato pong copper damming is 3 meters.
Hindi pa rin ha. Ano na?
3 meters.
Pag-drive.
Ang driving sa copper dam.
Hindi. Hindi yan.
Ilan?
Yeah, 3 meters.
Same.
Height na yan, height.
3 to 1.8 na kami.
Ikinala mo ko ng mulog. Ato pa na properly na malubog yung sila para ma-eliminate nato ang sipit sa tubig.
Yun sa
Pagdiwag na rin
Kaya ko. Ano yung kaputaan?
3 meters.
3 ang duha?
Cover damming. Oh, is siya yung sa yung slope protection 3 meters. Ang maghapon siya yung cover dam 3 meters yung gamit.
Sa plan, sa tanong daw sa dopa niya, natin kung yan sa plan. What we say,
So hindi ko gipon sa people talent kita.
sa backup lang yun na. Actually, check
Okay
na
to.
later.
Backup plan.
Oh, yung lag to?
Oh, reflection plan. Oo.
Okay,
Pwede pa kami reflection plan.
So, tanong na ng standard sa auto cover dam kung ano katas na. Kaya ano yun na, sa tago, tubig ko, yun siya.
Kuan siya, medyo distansya doon sa ma'am and pier sa kuan, delegate sa center. Nga actually medyo dool na siya sa sa may bang. Oo.
So,
Kaya 3 span sa siya, sir.
tubig na.
Ang actual bank ata is mga 25 lang. Bank to bank.
So, i-recheck sa bottom direct standard later. So, any changes after the implementation kung saan? Separate ang quantities na buwan, files niya. Sa
That's slope. Oh, separate naman. Slope of kuan.
Pareho.
Baka.
i-recheck na kahit kung sa tama na to. Depende sa site dito kung mag-check. So, any more clarification? Na? Later, ipasok ka. Discuss pa ng ang way ko on my one take this check sana mo kung design. Okay, so we proceed to the next project. Contract ID 26N800032. Concreting of road 0 plus 001 plus 118.5 Barangay Surigao del Sur. ABC 19,233,645 pesos and 62 centavos. Okay, start.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. We have project ID 26, contract ID 26N800032. Project title, Concreting of Road, Station 0 plus 000, then 1 plus 118.5, Barangay Amuntay, Marihatag, Surigao del Sur. Appropriation 19,626,169. ABC 19,233,645.62. Location Barangay Amuntay, Marihatag, Surigao del Sur. Scope of works, we have facilities for the engineer 0.56%, general requirements 1.65%, earthworks 12.98%, sub-base and base scores 13.52%, surface scores 60.58%, drainage and slope protection structures 10.7%, total of 100%. Project length, we have 1.3327 kilometer. Project scope, construction of concrete road. Physical target, 2.237 lane kilometer. Contract duration, 119 calendar days. Date of bidding, December 24, 2025. For Part A, facilities for the engineer. Part B, general requirements. The item number, description, unit, and quantity are assumed. For E.1.3, construction of field office for the engineer. We have 1 unit field office bunkhouse type. For project billboard, we have 3 unit 4 feet by 8 feet tarpaulin for DPWH and 3 unit 8 feet by 8 feet tarpaulin for COA. Breakdown for DPWH standard project billboard and for COA. For B.7, occupational safety and health program and traffic management, the materials unit quantity are as shown. For Part C, earthworks, the item number, description, unit, and quantity are as shown. Part D, sub-base and base course. Part E, surface course. Part F, drainage and slope protection structure. The item number, description, unit, and quantity are as shown. For minimum equipment requirement, 4 unit dump truck, 1 unit water truck, 1 unit transit mixer, 1 unit backhoe, and 1 unit motorized road reader, 1 unit vibratory roller, and 1 unit joint sealer equipment machine. For sand and gravel at Caracan River Quarry, average hauling distance 102.89 kilometers from project site, and item 200 and boulders at Hubo River Quarry, average hauling distance 11.49 kilometers from project site. Typical roadway section with RCPC details. Typical roadway section and typical roadway section with routed riprap. For plan and profile, beginning at station 00 and at station 1+118.5. That's all.
Any comment from sa procurement?
From the pre-pro, we have replaced item 1014A with 1014A5. Then delete cargo truck on the equipment requirement.
Okay. Corrected na. Ano? Sa ato, retires.
Tapos, one sa magiging price corrected na correct lang ay ABC sa CW pa ng CW ito. So far. Corrected is ito
Oh, sa 101A5.
So may bulletin diyan po.
ABC dahil sa
Ibig
okay na sa ABC number 1.
So any more comments? Sinta sa next project, 26-28-0033. Ano sa ang day papakit sa kanya ay instruction of multiple building digital DICD. Mura. So, sumura, DSWD, muna.
Tulog guys, change the music order.
Ito, ano sa akin?
Number.
35.
Kung mana kayo yung DSWD, oras ba?
Para kayo na. Yun na lang.
Oo, may sige po. Ano yung change na SPC?
Kagkuhan siya. Kaya mo siya kabilang ang pagkakaroon siya.
Yan sa desktop yan.
Gawa siya ulit siya.
Ano to yung kutso?
Gamit kasi.
Ano yung sige? Parang pa. So next project, 26-8-00. Ano yan yung? 35? 35. Construction of Junction to Balbaran Puting Batulan mo sa roads. Ito Barangay Pakwan. 0.00 to 2 plus 0.46.5. Anong sasagot? ABC 48,084,115 pesos and 52 centavos. Okay, the proceed.
Open na po. Open na po.
Good afternoon once again. I am Mark Vincent de Guzman from Planning and Design section to present the project ID 26NH0035 construction of junction Kabadbaran, Puting Bato, Lanusa Road to Barangay Pakwan, station 0+00 to 2+046.5, Lanusa, Surigao del Sur. The appropriation of this project is 49,065,424, and the ABC is 48,084,115.52, located at Lanusa, Surigao del Sur. The duration is 163 calendar days. The scope of works, facilities for the engineer, 0.22%, other general requirements, 0.84%, earthworks, 12.37%, sub-base and base course, 14.81%, surface course, 54.14%, drainage and slope protection work, 17.63%, a total of 100%. The project scope is road concreting, and the total project length is 2.467 kilometers. The date of bidding would be on December 24, 2025. For Part A, facilities for the engineer. Part B, other general requirements, the item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. For Part C, earthworks, and Part D, sub-base and base course, item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. For Part E, surface courses, Part F, drainage and slope protection works, item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. For the minimum equipment requirement, we have dump truck 2, water truck 1, unit, transit mixer 2, backhoe 2, motorized road grader 1, vibratory ruler 1, boom truck 1, cargo service truck 1, joint sealer equipment or machine 1, a total of 12 equipment. For the breakdown, we have the construction of field office for the engineer. The contractor must provide a 7x7 bunkhouse, 1 unit. Then the project billboard, we have 3 each, composed of 3 units of billboard for DPWH and 3 unit billboard for COA. Here is the project billboard. And for the occupational safety and health program, we have the provision of 1 first aider and 1 safety practitioner. Both are full-time. And for the materials, the name and specification, the unit and quantity are being shown. For the traffic management, we have the materials. The name and specification, unit and quantity are shown. And note, the sign panels are metal sheet with 50x50 trim and angle bar frame, not tarpaulin. For the material sources, we have the sand and gravel and item 200 at Caracan River Quarry with an average hauling distance of 16.25 kilometers from project site. Next is we have the typical cross-section with line canal and slope protection grouted riprap. And we have also the details of footholds. We also have the typical cross-section for the roadway section with RCPC and catch basin and head wall at outlet. So we have the plan and profile, the beginning station at 0+00, and ends at station 2+467. That's Thank you.
So, ato pre-procurement. Also,
For, from our PIPROC, we have separate drainage and flow protection works as CW2 and other items as CW1. Arrange ABC forms by group CW1 and CW2. Delete boom truck and cargo truck on the equipment requirement, then change title, name, spelling of puting camera. Yeah, double T man natin.
puting bato. Puting.
Puting. Oo, yun din. Pagtal ka. Pagtal ka.
Computer mo yung
English, di ka ba ko saya eh.
So, ini mo sa ano. Kini may mga pa. May itin siya ini kung may mga changes. I-research pa outro.
Time na. Kasi na tayo mga changes. Time na.
Yes, yes, Chief.
May gusto ka. Hindi na tagdaw ka pura ito.
Hindi ka makas. Option.
Kaya kung gamay dahil may problema.
Tuloy ko na.
Yes, Chief.
Okay. So, mga next project.
Next project. Hindi ako.
Proceed to 26-0036. Surigao-Davao Coastal Road 3021 plus 000. So, K1323 plus 190. Then K1323 plus 232 to K1323 plus 700. ABC unit 91 million 801 pesos 167 801,207 pesos and 36 centavos. Tapos dito na.
Good afternoon once again. To continue for the project 26NH0036, Surigao-Davao Coastal Road kilometer 1321 plus 00 to kilometer 1323 plus 190 and kilometer 1323 plus 232 to kilometer 1323 plus 755. The appropriation of this project is 98,130,847 and the total ABC is 91,801,267.36 located at Bayabas, Surigao del Sur. The total duration is 253 calendar days. And the scope of works facilities for the engineer 0.11%, other general requirements 1.2%, earthworks 5.65%, subbase and base course 8.93%, surface course 59.38%, drainage and slope protection works 23.47%, miscellaneous structures 1.25%, a total of 100%. The project scope is road widening and the total project length is 2.713 kilometers. The date of bidding would be on December 24, 2025. For Part A, facilities for the engineer, and Part B, other general requirements, item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. For Part C, earthworks, and Part D, subbase and base course, item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. For Part E, surface courses, and Part G, miscellaneous structures, item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. For Part G, drainage and slope protection works, the item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. For the minimum equipment requirement, we have dump truck 4, water truck 1, transit mixer 2, backhoe 1, motorized road grader 1, vibratory ruler 1, joint sealer equipment or machine 1, a total of 11 equipment. For the breakdown, the construction of field office for the engineer, the contractor will provide a 7x7 bunkhouse, 1 unit, and for the project billboard, 2 each, composed of 2 units billboard for DPWH and 2 unit billboard for COA. For the occupational safety and health program, we have 1 first aider and 1 safety practitioner. Both are full-time. Then we also have the materials. For the materials, the name and specification, unit and quantity are being shown. For the traffic management, for the materials, the name and specification, unit and quantity are being shown. And additionally, the sign panel are metal sheet with 50 by 50 by 3 mm angle bar frame na tarpaulin. For the material sources, the sand and gravel at Caracan River Quarry with an average hauling distance of 121 kilometers from project site. And we have here the typical cross-section. We have the typical cross-section with side fill and typical section for side cut. Then we also have the typical cross-section for the extension of RCPC for the existing RCPCs. And next, we have the plan and profile showing the beginning of the project at kilometer 1321 plus 00. And ending the first kilometer 1323 plus 190 at the abutment A of Cagbao Bridge. Then continue kilometer 1323 plus 232. And lastly, ending at kilometer 1323 plus 755. Thank you for listening.
Okay, any comment from the procurement?
From Springbrook, we have reblock Super E at approximately kilometer 1323 plus 600 and correct orientation. Itong sa Corbada.
Corrected na chief sa bago na ipasa namin.
So, ang pangkandida mag-ulitin kay
Yes, chief.
wala nang hapon sa
Yes, chief. Wala.
okay. So, how about sa PWD?
Fields of physical component. Tapos, fields of quantity in review of item 1013B3. Tapos item 1022, item 1031A, item 1033, item 1041A, item 201, item 311, 1E1, item 603, E1, item 603, 4E, item item 605, 1U5, item 605, 6E2, item 606, 1B1, item 606, 1B2, item 405, 1E2, item 404, 1E, item 500, 1E3, item 5081, item 510, 2, delete item 5052A,
change item of 502383 touch basin 910 mm diameter. Unit 1, unit H, tapos ang quantity 1. Tapos, additional items of sa part C, 10518, subgrade preparation common material. Quantity, 1,125.6 unit square meter. Kami yung sa concept, correction sa Super 8.
Kung may nabibulitin niya ako. Asis. Okay, thank you.
Tanan mo?
Sabihin na.
Suot mo na.
May nilagay mo?
Oh, yan.
Sabi na mas. Okay.
Ayan.
Correct po nito.
Kaya bibulitin.
Kami bulletin. So next project, puno na.
37.
Okay, next project is project 26 construction of bridge. 0 plus 0 to 0 plus 030. Barangay Tigao, Cortes, Surigao del Sur. ABC 31,6,154 pesos.
Ano siya? Ordinance bill.
Pwede ko ma-minimize.
Minimize.
Tignan.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Anjanette Cuadrado from Planning and Design section. And today I will be presenting project ID 26NH0037. The construction of bridge 0 plus 00 to 0 plus 030, Barangay Tigao, Cortes, Surigao del Sur. Naghang. Ano next? The appropriation of this project is 32,076,924. ABC is 31,756,154.76. Location, Barangay Tigao, Cortes, Surigao del Sur. The scope of works are for CW1 bridge construction, facilities for engineers is 0.32%. Other general requirements, 3.23%. Bridge construction, 74.98%. Drainage and slope protection works, 2.74%. Miscellaneous structures, 0.94%. Material details, 0.06%. For CW2, road construction, earthworks, 6.23%. Subbase and base cores, 1.30%. Surface cores, 4.99%. And drainage and slope protection works is 5.22%, a total of 100%. The project length for bridge is, this is a single span bridge, 30 meters. And the road transition is equal to 140 meters. So the project scope is a single span 30-meter bridge and a 140-meter transition road. Contract duration, 246 calendar days. Date of bidding, December 24, 2025. Okay, for the Part A, facilities for engineers. Part B, general requirements. Their item numbers, description, unit, and quantity are shown on the screen. Here are the breakdown for 8.1.13 construction of field office for the engineer. There is 1 unit field office, bunkhouse type. And for item number B5, project billboard or signboard, there's 1 unit 4x8 tarpaulin for the DPWH and 1 unit 8x8 tarpaulin for COA. Here are the DPWH standard project billboard and the COA billboard with their details. Oh. For B.7 to occupational safety and health program, there's one safety practitioner or officer full-time and one health personnel full-time. The materials used for occupational safety and their unit and quantities are shown on the screen. B.81, traffic management, their materials, unit, and quantities are shown. Okay, let's proceed for the bridge construction. Their item numbers, their unit, and quantities are shown on the screen. For drainage and slope protection, miscellaneous structures and material details are shown on the screen. Their item and description, unit, and quantities. For earthworks, sub-base and base course, surface course, drainage and slope protection works, their item number, description, unit, and quantities are shown on the screen. Here are the minimum equipment requirements. For the quarry sources, the sand and gravel will be at the Caracan River Quarry with an average hauling distance of 35.35 kilometers from the project site. And for boulders, item 200 and common barrow will be at Sotel River Quarry via Airport Road with an average hauling distance of 27.75 kilometers from the project site. This is the general plan of a 30-meter single span bridge. This is also the general elevation of the single span bridge. For the plan and profile, as shown on the screen, the beginning of project is also the beginning of bridge construction. So the station 00 will be the beginning of bridge construction, and the end of project is 0. For the bridge is 0.030, and the beginning of road construction will be at 80, and the end of the road construction will be at station 100. That's all for today. And also any changes for the items will be posted in bid bulletin. 405. Ang na-post niyo ang karaan. Oo, anak ko give. There are some changes sa quantities and sa items. There are some additional items, and any changes will be posted in bid bulletin.
From our pre-pro, we have changed pile height to 22 meters from 16 meters. Adjust length of road.
Piles na test pile or regular pile?
Test pile. Test piles.
Then
Na to na test pile.
change item 5101 to handled rock embankment. Addition of item for structural concrete, 28 MPa, 28 days for the superstructure. Then add vibratory hammer and truck mounted crane to the equipment requirement.
Pure may.
review, minimum equipment requirement, additional truck mounted crane or micro hammer. Then, for quantities were stated by the vendor. Some items are be corrected or be bulletin. Tapos, bid price, kasama yung bid price siya, ibig CW1, change, CW2, also change. When na, hindi lang siya isang mechanics. May bulletin, no?
Eh, parang, patsik lang po dahil pag-post.
So, hindi mo rin.
Check that.
Yung tigaw, may kwalya po niya.
May,
Peer niya.
ay walay pair. Single span lang siya, ma'am.
Into the next project. 26 and 80038. Construction of multi-purpose building. Barangay Botmont, Surigao del Sur and Sur. 48,903,950 pesos. 40%.
Pwedeng forming general fund.
Oo, may ito sa provincial. Oo. Itansel ini kay dapat pa.
Ano ito, bundle?
Oo, doon sa bini.
Mga mag-change design sila.
So, ini yung covered court for City Libas.
Same as 75 page of ABC.
Ang ini ang
Change rate.
So, naturally, as that, the same as this city of the city, right? Cancel din
Wala ko siya.
And density yan.
Di mo, di ko ang head. Ito mo. Ang bangking.
Kailan ba?
Partnership, hindi ang ilan. Kasi bro,
Paano na?
Ang barangay. Sorry, ang gulo.
Oh, yung yung ibis. Oh, nice.
37.
After Oh, it's okay. Ano yung
30,
38?
39,
39. Ah, 39.
yan siya.
Yeah, change of plan and 38.
Ano din yan? How we benefit from this?
Kasingod pa ko nung na din DICT yung gikan sila butuan. Dalawang set to 3 PM sila mag Lord, pwede ko i-email yung tanan ng kupan or Miguel. Kanina ni siya.
Yan. Yun din ako. First day.
Dos PM bro. Sir, ilagay na yung kupalig sa wifi. Nabi.
Para mo first day.
Oh, sige. Correct na.
Ang kanji man online na sila po. Mag-online na sila.
Di mo kadi sila giti. Last di message ako. Lianga pero alas 2. Okay, alas 3 sa nilang na. Alas 3. Damo-damo ko beto kayo ng ato kan. May tanggal sa.
Sa pwede tanggal UTPK na ka.
Sige na, okay na. Pero yay ila representative sa province pa kami yung at ang paano ka-start ng isa. Ini na email? Ilag ini ni siya?
Kajuji na na yun. Eh, kung ano to na. After.
Ay, sa.
Ako.
Yes, thank you, sir. Okay.
Mayong hapon, good afternoon to everyone. I'm Engineer Alphonse Ireneo Esteban from the Planning and Design section, and I'll be presenting the construction of multipurpose building, Digital Transformation Center, the ICT, City of Tandag, Surigao del Sur. So we have here our representative from the ICT, Sir Arnold. Thank you for attending. So the project ID for contract ID for this project is 26NH003. This is our pre-bid conference, and the bidding date is to be scheduled December 24, 2025. So basically, the scope of work for the project is the new construction of a 3-story digital transformation center. So the building is basically from foundation to roofing, it is fully functional. So for the appropriation, we have 29,996,053.0 And for our EBC, 29,696,092.47. Location is within Tandag City, Surigao del Sur. Project duration is 360 calendar days. And description of works to be done are as follows with the corresponding weight. Facilities of the engineer, 0.35%. General requirements, 1.08%. Earthworks, 5.14%. Plain and reinforced concrete work, 25.29%. Finishing and other civil works, 43.84%. Plumbing works, we have 3.43%. Electrical works, 16.48%. And mechanical works, 4.39%. Again, the number of building is a 1-unit elevated 3-story building, basically 3 floors plus an elevated ground floor, because considering the situation in the site where it is established or it should be constructed, it has a significant distance from the natural ground line to the road level. So in reference with our TESDA building, so it is elevated up to a height towards the road level of approximately 4 meters from the natural ground. Okay, so for the project scope, again, for a specific breakdown of the project scope, complete structural works including our micropile foundation, architectural finishes, including doors, windows, except the exterior finishes for our walls. Only painting is covered. For plumbing works, complete plumbing works. For electrical works, we also have complete electrical works. And for the mechanical works, this involves our air conditioning system and as well as our fire detection system. So the following are the breakdown for our program of works. For part A 1.13, construction of the field of office for the engineer, quantity 1 in lump sum. For general requirements, we have B.3, 1 permits and clearances, 1 lump sum. B.5, 1 project billboard or signboard, 1 each. B.71 occupational safety and health program, 1 lump sum. For part C, earthworks, we have 803, item 803, 1A, structure excavation, common soil, 172.29 in cubic meters. 804, 1A, embankment from structure excavation, common soil,
72.66 cubic meters. 804 2A, embankment from borrow, common soil, 1,594.16 cubic meters. 8047 gravel fill, 20.90 cubic meters. For part D, plain and reinforced concrete works, we have 9011 lean concrete, 7.52 cubic meters. 901C structural concrete, 3,000 PSI, class A, 28 days, 257.44 cubic meters. 901I structural concrete, class A, 28 days, 97.86 cubic meters. 902-1A reinforcing steel deformed grade 40, 62,340.42 kilograms. 903-2 formworks and false works, 817.91 in square meters. Moving on to part E, finishing and other civil works, 1003-1A ceiling, 4.5 metal frame, fiber cement board in square meters, 696.95. For walls, 103-2E, 1 in lump sum. 103-17 carpentry and joinery works, 1 in lump sum. 104-2 finishing hardware, 1 in lump sum. 1,006-5 fire rated fire exit steel door, 11.34 square meters. 1,007-1A aluminum framed glass door sliding type, 65.61 square meters. 107-1B aluminum framed glass door swing type, 37.95 square meters. 1,008-1C aluminum glass windows awning type, 95.26 square meters. 1,008-1D aluminum glass windows fixed type, 126.92 square meters. 1,010-2A doors flush, 25.20 square meters. 1,010-2B doors wood panel, 6.93 square meters. 1,013-2B fabricated metal roofing accessory, gauge 26 flashings, 37 linear meters. 1,013-2C fabricated metal roofing accessory, gauge 24 gutters, 14.6 linear meters. 1,014-1B2 pre-painted metal sheets, rib type, long span above 0.427 millimeters thick, 226.07 square meters. 1,016-1A waterproofing cement base, 78.20 square meters. 1,018-1 glazed tiles and trims, 638.86 square meters. Still on finishing and other civil works, 1,018-2 unglazed tiles, 64.06 square meters. 1,027-1 cement plaster finish, 1,414.88 square meters. 1,032-1A painting works masonry concrete, 2,587.74 square meters. 1,032-1B painting works wood, 71.80 square meters. 1,032-1C painting works steel, 321.76 square meters. 1,034-1B damp proofing polyethylene sheet, 204.50 square meters. 1,036-2A polycarbonate sheet or panels, solid, 8 pieces. 1,038-1 reflective insulation, 226.07 square meters. 1,046-2A1 100 CHP non-load bearing including reinforcing steel, 370.57 square meters. 1,046-2A2 150 CHP non-load bearing including reinforcing steel,
319.07 square meters. 1,047.3 metal structure accessories, 1 in lump sum. 1,047.5B metal structure accessories, sag rods, 280.46 kilograms. 1,047.5D metal structure accessories, steel plates, 478.46 kilograms. 1,047.7 structural steel, 1 in lump sum. 1,047.8B structural steel purlins, 1,622.08 kilograms. 1,051.1A railings in lump sum. 1,052.28A micropiles, 0.2 meters in diameter, 672 meters. Moving on to plumbing works, 1,001.5A catch basins concrete, 14 each. 1,001.8 sewer line works, 1 in lump sum. 1,001.9 storm drainage and downspout, 1 in lump sum. 1,001.11 septic vault, concrete or CHP, 1 in lump sum. 1,002 for plumbing fixtures in lump sum. 1,024 cold water lines in lump sum. For part G, electrical works, we have 1,110 conduits, boxes, and fittings, conduit works, conduit roughing in lump sum. 1,101.33 wires and wiring devices. 1,102.1 panel board with main branch breakers. 1,102.11 pole mounted power transformer OISC with complete accessories, single or three-phase pole type or flat form in lump sum. 1,102.12 dry type transformer, single or three-phase freestanding or flat form in lump sum. 1,103.1 lighting fixtures in lump sum. Lastly, for part H, we have mechanical works. 1,213A air conditioning in lump sum and 1,2081 fire alarm system in lump sum. Moving on to our minimum equipment requirement. So there are listed 10 number of equipments as shown. Plate compactor, capacity 1.5 cubic. Number of equipments 1. Concrete vibrator, 1 bagger mixer, dump truck, 12 cubic yards, jackhammer, drill rig, mechanical rotary, truck mounted crane, 25 tons, tremie pipe set, SPT and descending machine, and tower light. So the corresponding number of equipments as shown. For our project billboard, B.5, under our general requirements, we have 1 unit 4 feet by 8 feet DPWH tarpaulin backed with marine plywood. 1 unit 8 feet by 8 feet COA tarpaulin backed with marine plywood. For B.7, our occupational safety and health program, provision of the following: 1 health personnel and 1 safety practitioner part-time. So the materials for our occupational safety and health program are as shown with its corresponding quantities. Units in man-days. Moving on to our part 2, the detailed engineering design. Starting off from our architectural plans, we have the architect's perspective. So this was the initially proposed building that is completed supposedly for reference in the submitted by the ICT in reference with the Batangas design. But for this funding, we will be only covering the painting works finish. So this is our final perspective as shown on the right. So with the DICT logo being retained, but only in the frontage. So a DICT logo and including the iterated name of DICT, Department of Information and Communications Technology. Tama. So basically, there's no changes in our in the entire structure, only the finishes. So for our vicinity or location map, our structure is located a few meters away from our Tandag Public Market, which is adjacent to our TESDA build previously constructed and completed phase 1 of our TESDA provincial building. So this is as per DICT and as per approved by the provincial government of Surigao del Sur. They are located, their lot is located within the initially set rotunda for the site development plan of the Surigao del Sur Government Center. So this will be our, based on the given lot, this is our site development plan. So our building will be situated at the rear end of our lot, and frontage we will be using for prospect parking area. But take note that the parking area is not covered for this phase, only the structure. So this is our ground floor plan. It's important to note that the ground floor plan was submitted by the ICT and adopted by our office, conforming again to the level 3 DTC or Digital Transformation Center of our in reference with their Batangas counterpart. For the second floor plan, as shown, still retaining the reference, but for before I forgot, but for this space, the fire exit portion is not included in the construction. So only our exit doors and as well as a ladder. So for the third floor plan, so again, this is in reference with the Batangas. However, to conform onto the DICT's request to cater at least for in-house staff, so we have provided, kindly refer to grid 1 to 2 and grid 8 AB. So we have provided a staff quarters that will cater at least for 4 staffs. We also considered a gender sensitive room, so we have provided a partition on where there may be male or female occupants. So there are staff quarters on a separate room, which is in double deck, and then another double deck for another room partition. We also have provided for this particular portion a room exclusive toilet and bath, no, and a small kitchenette and dining area where the in-house staff can basically stay in. So the rest we have retained. So previously, ang meeting room lang ang ato ang na-reduce in terms of spaces by providing this request of modification of the floor plan. And it is also important to note na these rooms are air-conditioned as requested. So cover gyapon ang air conditioning system for both of the rooms. So this is the reflected ceiling plan for the ground floor, for the second floor, and for the third floor. This is the roof plan, adopting the original, originally sent reference. So the finishes are as follows on the upper right. This is the revised front elevation. So earlier in our perspective, it was noted that there was a signage on the left side of the building, but now the signage is readjusted and it is only placed in the front portion. So this circle right here represents the DICT logo and the iteration of DICT, Department of Information Communications Technology. So this is also covered in our program, the signage for DICT. So all of the architectural elements are retained. Again, ang ato lang na nabutang sa program, however, is ang painting finish. So this is the left side elevation. So for the left side elevation, originally we have a sign, but now for this phase, wala na ang katong DICT na dagko na letters. Okay, so this is the right side elevation, hatching our fire exit plan. So this is the projected fire exit plan if the building should be funded, hopefully, with a completion. So that's the time na ma-establish ni ang fire exit, but rest is the right side elevation. And as well as the rear elevation. Ay, come on. Acknowledging the presence of another DICT member, ma'am, kindly introduce yourself, ma'am.
My name is Dachini ng DICT.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for attending our pre-bid conference. This is our section through B. This is our PWD requirements for the CR details and as well as the ramp provisions. This is the schedule of doors as shown. So again, for the sake of discussion, the DICT has submitted an automatic sliding door, but we have replaced that into a swing glass door for D1 or the main entrance. Still on schedule of doors and windows. So this on the upper right is the spot detail of our DICT logo, with the logo being in 2 meters in 2 meters in diameter, and our height of the letters for the iteration of DICT is about 10 inches each letters. Typical notes for door openings, lintel beams, jambs, window opening detail, and kitchen counter detail. So this is the blow up and spot detail of our stairs as shown. Third to second floor stair detail plans, ground to second. And then now let's move on to the structural plans. The general notes as shown. So this is the reanalyzed structure based on our current na site. So there was an initially sent na structural details from the ICT, but conforming to the site requirements which had introduced an additional 4 meters gikan sa atoang ground level. So it needs to be reanalyzed. So may mga sections na nidako to conform our load requirements and seismic requirements for the area. So this is our foundation plan showing the different pile caps with the corresponding number of micropiles in figure form. This is for the footing schedule and the tie beam schedule as shown. For the pile cap details as shown. For the micropile details as shown. For the columns, so it's important to note that column 1 has changed in dimension back to 350 for the second floor to third floor level. So C2 remains in 500 dimension, 500 by 500. Typical wall to tie beam details and wall footing details where it's applicable. General notes for columns, slab on grade, stair on grade, and typical tie beam or grade beam to footing details if necessary. Typical two-way RC slab detail, one-way RC slab detail, slab section, corner slab details if necessary, and the typical details for ductile moment frame beams. So this is the proposed embankment plan. The grade framing plan. Grade beam schedule. Second floor framing plan. Second floor beam and slab schedule. Third floor framing plan. third floor, and beam and slab schedule. Roof beam framing plan. So for the roof beam, allow me to explain the aesthetic that in reference of the initially sent the reference design. So this is a canopy canopy that has a, we call it the term architectural
Release.
trill
Release.
trellis.
Release.
Trellis. Basically, it will carry a polycarbonate sheet on top, no? Trellis, as per our planning design chief, and it is supported by tubular steel. So just for emphasis. And our roof beam schedule. This will be our upper roof framing plan. So this is for our truss details and girth details as shown. So we are using angle bars, 2 inches by 2 inches, double angle bars on the top chord, and for the web members, we are using 38 by 38 by 5 mm angle bars. The following spot details for the truss material, roofing connection are as shown. Gusset plate detail, purlins details and connection details, truss to roof beam and base plate details, sagrad details. And this slide also shows the ramp footing detail and ramp floor details. So this is for the stair foundation and the stair reinforcement plan as shown. Now, moving on to our plumbing plans. Plumbing general notes and material specifications. Septic tank details as shown. Clean out and catch basin details. Ground floor sewer, vent storm drainage layout plan. Second floor sewer, storm drainage layout plan. Third floor sewer vent and storm drainage line layout plan. And roof storm drainage line layout plan as shown. For the cold water line layout plan, as shown, ground floor to third floor. And with the corresponding general notes for the air chamber, gutter drain, vent stock through roof. Can have working sewer vent, water closet, urinal, water meter detail, floor shower drain, lavatory detail. Lastly, for the electrical plans, we have ground floor lighting layout, second floor lighting layout, third floor lighting layout, ground floor power layout, second floor power layout, third floor power layout as shown. So we also have the ACU, air conditioning unit layout. The grounding layout as well. Schedule of loads as shown. The riser diagram as shown. And for the mechanical plans, general notes. So this is for our fire alarm and detection riser diagram, ground floor fire alarm layout, second floor fire alarm layout, second floor fire alarm, third floor, sorry for the type. Third floor fire alarm layout. And that ends my presentation. Thank you very much.
May changes naman yan, no? Na-change na comment sa procurement.
Yes, ma'am. Pero, but may comments pa na additional si sir.
Saan ko lang na before so yan. Pag-clarify on record. Ang mahuman niya up to the Tanada
Yes,
home
ma'am.
structure. Pero qualities.
Yeah, ma'am.
Kumpleto sa
Yes, ma'am.
paggamit yun.
Yes,
With paint. So
Yes, ma'am.
unsa daw yung wala ma-appeal? Unsa gawas na pin?
Ang dili na ma-appeal, ma'am, is ito mga PVC kuan, mga palami, ma'am, kumbaga. Aesthetic na. Ang tanan doors, tanan windows, basically the ceiling, including ceiling. So magamit kayo siya, ma'am. Pero
Yang pailain.
Aircon.
Kunya na sila. In case ba gamito nila.
magamit na, ma'am.
Oo, tapos.
Yes po.
Ano yung trabaho ko? Diba sinubakit na sab sila kaya ano trabaho ko?
Wala na.
Elevator.
Ang ila initially requested na elevator, so we have suggested that it would be microlift for future completion works. O kung may mga panindot pa, dito na sa next na fund, if ever.
Hindi na sila magbalhin-balhin kaya nga di mag.
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay. So, and then ano to? Kuan? Embankment?
Yes, ma'am. Our embankment is 4 meters, 4 meters. But as per Engineer Ramos, however, we need a black and white copy from the province na ang katong access road. So as per Engineer Ramos, nag-grant na si province na sila ang mo shoulder sa access road for the construction of the building. Pero need na mo kuan sir. Papakikuha na lang po sa inyo ang minutes na need na to og black and white. And commitment, yes, basically of the PEO for the access road. And adding on to that is the finalizing of the site development plan. So if nanay mo copy, please transmit it to us. Okay, last time is wala pa initials pa to ni PEO, wala pa approval ni governor. So dapat naagyod kay otherwise there will be a problem with the implementation.
So kung pwede gani, within karon mag-start na sila kung may ila available ng mga equipments na start na daan sila.
Pag-access.
Ito naman, madako.
Yes, ma'am.
Pag award na to, ready na gyud ang
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So any may
Sir.
additional clarification?
So, regarding site access road, I went to the engineer's office to confirm the Kinsagit ang construct ng access road and then they confirm na sila, however, itong black and white nga document is still ongoing or the process pa rin hapon. And then, as per taga engineering office, for signature pa doon go. So rest assured, if ever kakuha may copy, tagan mo na.
Tapos sir, kay last time by practice ni DICT, ang mga is directly transmitted. Please make it transmittal letter yun na ma-turnover sa among inyong reference documents. Same last time, actually twice man si DICT nag-send og reference. So kung for example nanay bag-ong document, please make it transmittal letter and address to DE para official gyud ang ato ang transaction.
And then next is katong network plan. Kay I think it was overlooked, no? Or maybe wala yun siya na anticipate. And then kapas the provincial officer na maybe makonsider ang network plan.
Based sa ato ang current funding, sir, I understand kinahanglan gyud ninyo ang network plan. Can you elaborate what are the needs for the network plan? Like kami wa man gud may kayo ang ato sa IT mamit sa butuan sa good, so I haven't consulted.
Tapos ang among good network is central office ang nag-purchase. Sila nag-anit.
Oo, sila ang nag-procure. And sir, is if we're going to really push through that, we also have no available funds to be used na. Other works may be compromised. So earlier during our pre-proc, so we've already emphasized that to Engineer Ramos na if ever naatay mga i-add, might be na natay ma-compromise nga work na scope of work. Pero we really have no idea kung pila gyud ang entire costing sa electronics. Kaya in the planning and design section alone, sir, we have no capabilities of designing and
taking into account the cost of our
yes, Chief. Dako na. So say may significant amount yun na ato ang ibutang. So mga roughing ins, I think pwede na to. If say for example roughing ins ma'am.
So base ang wrapping in pwede da.
Yes, ma'am.
Sila na ang purchase good na.
Yes.
Actually, siya mamang mahitabo. Bali, abang lang. Kami na ang
Pwede da. Yes, ma'am.
Pagkuhan mo kayo, kamo may capability sa DPWH. Ngayon, sa equal.
Tagan na sila.
Yes, ma'am. So provide hatagin na lang ni sir. Katong inyong final na plan. Actually nag-send man sila si Sir og draft but unapproved and untransmitted. So please do transmit it officially sa amo para among butang and we'll consider the roughing ins pila the second roughing ins na lamang ma'am. We are also in close coordination kay syempre you are basically yes, Chief, part it sa correct. Sabay na yun ang mga linya usually kuman if including sa FDAS gani sa mga modern constructions nato kuman. Dili na yun siya muagi sa mga high na difficult spot, di ba? Or i-embed gid yan siya sa wall, sir.
Plan ni Sir Saldi, our provincial officer, is sir, pa-ilalong sa floor.
So embedded siya within the slab. So don't worry also, sir, kay sa iyo office nga di. Once the construction will be ongoing na. So yan sa kamo nga di. So we also needed your close coordination sa amo kung hain gay dapit an ato mga electronics layout so that mas makuan nato, ma-implement nato ta dong way clashing na mahitabo within the electrical lines, etc. But for roughing ins, I think no problem with the roughing ins.
Hindi sa roughing na gamito kasi
Only-
singan yun.
Only sir, only kuan yun usually.
Basin ko.
Specifications, also please include the, yes sir Jules, tama, knowledge. Please include sir the specifications unsa na mga tubo ang pang wrapping ins. Kay basig medyo costly so makuan po nato ba ma-consider nato da. Pero I think PVC, mga PVC do sa siguro. So, i-coordinate sa nato yan once na kuha ng project, basin si Kenat nat ang
spaces na mag-coverage na
Exactly, Chief. Yes, Chief. Yeah, sir. And please, again, please transmit it officially, sir, para makuha na to, makita na to. Based sa minutes na to, gitransmit ninyo katong kuha.
Then, patayo. Process ato.
Yes, Chief.
Actual saan ka lumibuhan.
Yes, Chief. Yes, Chief. Oo, ma'am.
Dito na nila.
Kaya nga na, tapos yung earlier, para makarga na nato sa before.
Oo.
Within 7 days.
Kaya para i-include sa, ma-include ba sa big bulletin? Oo, bulletin.
Mapas pa na.
Oo, kaya may mga, kasi may mga type po mga kuan, if appeals, sabi na correction sa.
May lako, may transmitter, pwede na i-emailan. Mag-soft copy na ay para follow.
Kaya sa Bila office nga di ma'am, i-transmit na kang guide siguro ma'am. Pero soft copy, mas malayaw sir, isend sa ako ang soft copy. So roughing ins the guides. Ay, abang da.
Medyo costly good hardware.
Costly gid daw ma'am ang hardware. Yeah, bagan breakdown ng kuan ni sir nito pero it is beyond our reach na sir kay kinahanglan pa nan kuan mag-survey pa di I mean sa pricing nila ma'am. Yeah, ilagi submit na breakdown ng pricing pero it's to be canvas on our part. So dili na murag di na namo mga kuan sir makita gito.
Wala sa si MPD.
Wala na si MPD chief.
Prices. Ito na ang wrapping. Para sa iyo na pagtrabaho nila.
Di nakapasi mo ni.
Judge siya is one daw, Bayabas.
Bayabas. Uma naman siya.
Explainan sa.
Oo ma'am, siyotan ko na kan sila nga di ma'am. Mukha di pa sila nga di or did sa iyo dakan office.
Sa iyo na.
Mas madayo magka.
Personal good ng
Sige lang kay kung mahuman ni diri pwede naman ko.
Kaya hindi na nila. Kaya ko ano nila. Break na lang sila. Kung paano na line.
Kawan sa mo sir.
Sir, pwede ba mag-picture to?
Ay,
for kuan lang ba?
Kuan daw. Picture taking daw. Floor, paliw kami. Ay, yun yung kuan. Andito kan sab sa ako, Floor. Sige, sir.
Ako makikita sa akong RD nga. Nagkanigat mo sa Facebook.
Elisa Vlog. Ibalik natin ko init lang siguro. Ano ba yung madayo? Kaya para maklaroan kuan anato project man ba? Din project nato.
Ang first page lang sir katabi ta.
Nga di ka na angle floor og ganto sa
First page.
Ano?
Back to back.
Pag to back.
Saya from.
Naka sa may kuan. Mato ko floor sa may kuan sa may chair.
Pan din marag.
Acting ba yan? Acting. Sige ba yan? Acting ba yan? Magnganga dapat ako ba yan? Tina floor. Ayan pa isa. Oo na yun, kada mo iba floor. Grabe, human drone na sa ka-floor.
Floor configuration.
Kina-floor.
Pwede na sa
Sa front. Oh, pwede, for picture the cancer yan.
pwede.
Okay, para walang guys. Makita na nato mga bayho sab. Yan na kan. Oh, smile, mag-smile lang adi or ano ba?
Kilid ko.
Yan na lang na.
Kita mo rin yan.
Yeah.
Paper sa last. Andumanan sa usa ka awit. Thanks.
Yeah.
Sige.
Ato po ikon.
Okay na.
Sagaran na sa mga
Sige sir, mag-snack sa mo sir. Story sa amin. Thank you very much. Ma'am.
Sige, sir.
Hindi na tayo post.
Sa mga sa pagdiri. Parang
Ma'am, ang requirements.
ay lang.
Ma'am, ang requirements.
Basa na kayo ng data. Basa ikaw. Sa itong requirements, di ba? Isa yung ano. Basa na. Asin na.
Hindi mo dapat. Ano?